nothing else has this feel to it. It feels really residential, really open because of this massive space. And people can come out of their apartment, walk across the crossing here in the park, in the soccer field. You've got the bowls club. In this park here, if you've ever been there, there is like actually a little park, an art centre and a surf club. Yeah, so soccer fields, and then behind the soccer fields is the bowls club, and then you've got the park, an art club and a surf club in there, so massive space there. And because this road is really wide, you can see down to the ocean quite clearly, because it's nice and open and wide again. So from their level 3 there, from level 3 they can see down to the ocean already.
So would that always be fenced?
So it looks a little bit crazy because they're still bringing everything down from the Commonwealth Games. So yeah, it has got a fence around it all the time, but all of these little buildings in here, and they're all, they're not normally there. And all the construction over there, that's not normally there. That's all been part of the Commonwealth Games, and all these bollards and everything, they're not normally there.
Are there many games or competitions going on at this building?
Not huge ones like they have at the stadium, but they do have like on the weekends as well, like a few small like local games, but not like what you see at the big stadium where it's not really busy. Like this is the busiest road ever gets. These car parks, always. There's normally a lot of space, but because they've taken up these spaces.
So it's not going to be like noisy?
No. That's why people are like owning in here, because it feels more residential, more quiet. But it's a 6-minute walk to Oracle. It's only 6 minutes away to Oracle. Yeah. So we can come on inside.
It's an apartment, right?
Sorry, say that again?
I think it's an apartment.
This is the apartment. Yeah. So this here represents the road out the front there, and it's sitting in here how it would be sat on the block. So this is your northern aspect facing this way. This is your eastern aspect facing the ocean, and this side here faces back to Broadbeach. So we've got 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom throughout the whole building. And then we have 3 bedrooms and sub-penthouses and a penthouse on top. Going up. And it's really easy here because we actually have all the floor plans right in front of the units. So we have 3 here. So we have 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom, 2 bedroom, 2 bath, 2 bedroom, 2 bath. And the floor plans are right in front of them of exactly what they are. So all of these have the northern aspect.
Yeah.
This one here has been quite popular on the front here. The pink dots are sold. The orange, they're looking at their contracts. So that's really easy because we put it on there so everyone can actually see. So you can see exactly what is available. Here, all of the broken lines are the floor to ceiling glass. So this is all your ocean views, all down here. And then coming around this way, these units face Broadbeach.
Yeah.
That's that direction. And then we've got this one here, which has been very popular again. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's a lot of pink dots on here because it's got the ocean views. Yeah, absolutely. So going to pricing, this unit here is our entry. So these are all the same, all this floor plan, all the way up. So you can come in here. This is our lowest at 569,900. So that's the starting price in this building. It'll be this unit here. And this goes up to level 21. And to give you an example, you would have, say if you went midway, say 15. So you can see on the screen just behind you there, you would have this view. So you would see down to Broad Beach, but you would also see all along the ocean there, you'd see Burleigh, and you'd start to see down to Coolangatta. So that would be coming off around the middle here and facing off this balcony. So roughly that price there, you're looking at 659,900. But again, we can send you all this, but that's just to give you an idea when you're writing this down.
Mm-hmm.
And they would also see all of the hinterland on this side, so they get to see all the sunset all over this side, which would be this view on the screen there. So that's a really good entry apartment. Coming round to our sort of second most popular is this one here. So it is a corner unit, and it's got a very large living area here. So again, we'll send you all these floor plans. Very large living area, and they've even put a desk in here for an example that you can use this space here because it is so large.
Mhm.
There is a render on the wall just here, a photo of what that unit would look like inside. So they've put very large furniture there to show you just how big that space is. And all of the units have the floor to ceiling glass. Floor to ceiling. To make the most of the views and the light. So coming back to this one, so again level 15. Yep. Level 15, you would also get, you can see on the screen here, you would get this view here. So that's a direct from this balcony here. You get the direct ocean views. So that's why it's been very popular. And you would see down the coast, down to Broad Beach, down to, you can see Burleigh in the distance and Coolangatta in the distance. So we do have level 11 is the lowest one available here, and that one is 685,900.
Sorry, what's the month?
685.
Level 11, 685,900. And that goes up to level 21. So we have a few left in between level 8 and 21 with this aspect and this floor plan. So it's been very popular as well because the bedrooms are separate. They're not together. They're on different ends of the apartment. So that's why it's been very popular too. Separate sleeping areas. And when you're in the middle there, you just get all these views all around when you're in your living area. Okay. And then coming to the northern aspect of the building, we have some of our larger units. So this one here has been very popular with downsizes. So people moving from their houses into these apartments are going into these ones because they have a second living area here. So they have 2 living areas. This is our largest, 132 square meters. Largest 2-bedroom. You can, we've put a dotted line there because you can make it a 3-bedroom. So it can be a 3-bedroom, this one, because it's got this second living area. This one here, we do have level 4 available for 879,900 is level 4.
It's quite large.
And then when you get to level 20, we actually already put a wall here, so it becomes a 3-bedroom. You get it as a 3-bedroom, and then you get 2 car parks. So level 20, same floor plan, but with a wall and an extra car park. So some people really, really want that extra car park, then they'd have to go into a 3-bedroom. So when you go into a 3-bedroom, it's over $1 million, so it's 1.449,900. That's level 20.
So if they wanted to get one of the lower ones and still wanted to add the wall, would that be possible?
Yeah, absolutely.
How much more would that
Yeah.
be?
What they do, they get to a certain part of their construction and they ask anybody for variations. So we can get them a rough price, but once they actually start construction, they'll ask you for variations. So whether you want all tile upgrade or whether you want the wall, then they'll come back to the owner and they'll say, this is the price, would you still like to go ahead? And they just tick the box. So that's something that they can sort of choose later on. They don't have to choose that right now. But we can give them a rough price. It might change a little bit, but we can give them a rough price of how much.
So it's not going to be in the contract?
They can put it in their contract if they'd rather add it to the price of the unit.
Yeah, because if prices are not available, how can we add it to the contract?
So what they would do when if they want it sort of like later on, in the variation time, then they just pay there and then, or they can add it to their unit price. So there's 2 ways of doing it, and it's actually more common for them to do it at the variation time because some people would change their minds, or once they carry on kind of looking around, they just change their mind of what they want. So actually, one lady put something in her contract and she's changed her mind, and now it's in the contract. It's really difficult to sort of go back on what she's decided to change. Now she says she doesn't want that change anymore. She wants it just how it's original. So it's harder to change it if you put it in the contract.
Was she able to change it though?
I think that they're doing it, but it's just now really difficult. But yeah, it's kind of easier for all the changes to be done at variation time for the owner as well, because they quite often do change their mind.
Okay. Yeah, because I've had more buyers who wants to have an exact price to include on the contract. So I don't have to worry about
Yeah.
it.
Oh, that can be done. Absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
that can be done. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, this one is our biggest one, and it changes to a 3-bed, but it can be, I mean, even on the 3-bed, they can have it as a 2-bed if they'd rather have that living area, but then they'll still get the 2 car parks. Smaller one on the front here, but very popular still because it has that northern aspect. So every single one of these, I'll do it just from the same level as well, that has this massive open green aspect, the northern aspect here. So every single one, when you're on these balconies, if you're not turning your head and you're just sat on your balcony, looking straight forward, this is what you'd see. All of them, as I mentioned earlier, the street being quite wide, you'll be able to see down the street to about there. So you will, even from, this is level 15, you'll still be able to see sand there if you're looking down the street.
That's from the little one.
No, yeah. Well, from all of them on the balcony, but yeah, definitely this one, because this one here, you get all this side view anyway. Yeah. But from the middle one and this one here, the 2H, you can see on your balcony, you'll be able to see down the street there, because it's such a wide open street.
Yep.
Down to the ocean. But all of the direct view will be this one. Then this one here, the 2K, the larger one that has been a popular one on the northern aspect here, is because it has all of this view as well. So you can come around all to your ocean front there. And it does have an extra balcony on the side here. So from the balcony, you'll be able to look all down the coast, down to this aspect as well. So even though it's a northeast facing, you will be able to see down the coast because of that balcony on the side there, down to Burleigh and Coolangatta. Coming back around.
which areas are the ones that we know that's not going to have a big building in the future?
Out of all the different buildings, or out of the units
Around
here?
here.
Well, these here, that's not going to get built out. This area here, so this view is always going to stay.
Mm.
And you'll always be able to see down, like I said, to about there. So you'll see some beach aspect. Obviously, here, this area here, we can't guarantee anything.
Mm.
Like the good thing is, this is a very large building.
Yep.
So to be able to try and get all of these people to sell their apartment is going to be very difficult.
Yep.
Because even next door, a developer wanted to buy next door, and there is maybe 6 there, and one person wouldn't move, so they couldn't.
Mm.
So to try and convince, that was only 6 people. So to try and convince all of them people, it'll be very difficult. But even if something did get built there, it would only take this, you know? It can't be any bigger. It can't go over here. So it could only be here.
That's very one.
Yeah, exactly.
So those trees on the other side,
Here?
those ones, they won't be taken.
No, they're part of council-owned property, yeah.
Unless
And like I said, there is a
council
park
wants to
in
do
there.
something.
So in here, yeah. In here, there's a surf club in here. There's like an Aboriginal art centre in there.
Mhm.
So there's a lot of meaning in here.
Yep.
And yeah, there's like a little park in there too. So there's a lot of people that live around here that would be very angry if those trees went. So you have to get through those people first.
Yeah.
So yeah, if people are concerned, they want to live in Broadbeach and they are really concerned about being built out, then out of the whole of Broadbeach, this is really the only place that they'll be able to go.
Mm.
Absolutely. 2 bedrooms. We do have the sub penthouses on the top here. So if you can see from this side of the building that it does change as you get into here.
Mhm.
So from here, it takes up the whole side of the building here. So these ones are 3 bedroom with a second living room as well.
Mm.
I can show you the floor plan, for example. Here. So it would be on this corner here, but here you get the double vanity and the bath in the master suite that is down here, the master bedroom, that overlooks all of that aspect as well, down the coast to Burleigh and into Broadbeach as well,
Mhm.
because it goes all the way through.
Yeah.
And these ones start at 1.749,900 with 2 car parks.
Excuse me, I want to ask a question about the car park. So is that available to buy extra parking?
No.
No?
All of the allocated car parks are already set to be apartments. So all of the 2 beds come with 1, the 3 beds come with 2, and our penthouse on the very top there comes with 3.
Is there any visitor car
Yep,
parking?
yep. So we have an area here. So you come in the entrance of the car park here, and you come down here, and there's 8 visitor parking here. And then you go down into the basement, and it's all secure. So you have to swipe to get in, and there's all allocated secure parking.
Is that for free?
You get like that allocated with your unit. So you don't have to pay any extra even for the 1 park. So within the facilities of the building as well, we do have a swimming pool here on the ground level. And because it's in the northern aspect, it is warmed by the sun as well. So it will be in the sun throughout the day because it's got the northern aspect there.
Mhm.
And we do have a tanning area and a lounging area, a lawn just here. And then if you go up the stairs here on the second level of facilities, we have a barbecue area that's inside and a barbecue area that's outside. And we have a residence lounge and a residence gym.
Body corp?
So body corporate starts around 83.
83.
Yeah. It doesn't change too much going through the 2 beds throughout the unit.
Will it be more expensive for the 3-bedder and the penthouse?
Yep, but only say to about 93. It doesn't go up too much throughout the building.
Okay.
Yeah. The penthouse, well, the very penthouse on the very top, that's just over 100 a week.
Do they have options to have it on short-term leasing, say holiday letting?
Yep. So we will have a manager on site. So we have a lobby area here on the ground floor as well, and we will likely have a manager on site that will be able to control all the holiday letting. Because sometimes you do get people walking in off the street, so it'd be good to have somebody there.
Do we know who's going to be there? Which company?
We're not sure just yet. It's not allocated yet because they obviously want to see how many people within the building will want to use that service too. So far, it's a good mixture of owner-occupiers and also investors. So, but again, the investors might be putting people in there permanently. So if we do get a company and there's no holiday letting, then they'll be wasting their time.
So there is a possibility that the holiday letting thing won't happen.
I mean, it could do because it could be all. It's not fully sold yet, so it could be that almost everybody wants to live in there. They like own a unit and live in there. So we can't sort of release that just yet until we really know everybody in the building. But it's likely. I mean, we do have investors in there already. So.
Well, what are the percentages for the ones that sold now?
For owner occupiers and investors, it's probably about half and half. Yeah.
And how many percentage do we have left?
So we're about a third of the way through. So like I said, all the dots are gone. So we're really on track we started selling about 6 months ago, and we're really well on track for the sales. So it's going really well.
Did you mention when construction will be starting and when settlement's going to be looking?
So settlement will be sort of end of 2020. We can't give anybody an exact date yet until construction actually starts. The Morris Property Group, who are the developers, they're probably the most active on the Gold Coast at the moment. So, I mean, are you going to Sandbar and Coco today? So you're already going to see, and in Coco actually we also have Otter and Cube. Yes. So that's 5 that you can already see on the Gold Coast at the moment that our developer has. And he has his own team of construction workers as well. So they sort of move from one place to another. So they're just always working. So as soon as one place is done, the next one gets starting to be built. So it will probably be towards the end of this year. Construction will start.
Okay.
And so do you mainly have like owner occupiers come to you or investors or
Yeah, we're targeting the Chinese market.
Yep.
And we have some local and some overseas buyers.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many lifts are provided in this building?
There's 2 lifts.
2.
Yeah.
And what's the total number of the units in this building?
113 altogether.
13.
So there's 113. So there's 5 per floor until level 21. And then from level 22 to 26, there's only 3 per floor.
Oh,
And then there's 1 on the top.
okay. That's penthouse.
Yeah.
But he shares those 2 lifts with everybody else.
Yeah. Yes. And And so we do have the kitchen finishes as well. So this is in the ivory colour scheme. They have two colour schemes to choose from. This is the light scheme, and there's also the ebony, the dark colour scheme as well. So they do get the cooktop. You can go in and have a look at everything. They do get the cooktop, the oven, and the microwave. And there is a dishwasher just here as well. A fully integrated dishwasher.
So fridge is not included.
The fridge is not included, but they do have the water adapter on the back there, so they can have an ice maker and a water cooler in that fridge there. Yeah, and they are a wood look tile, so then they're not a wood; they're actually a tile, which is a lot easier to maintain in a wet area like a kitchen.
So it's soft close, is it?
Yeah. And this is a very similar size to almost every 2-bed in the building.
Do we know how wide the fridge space is already?
They will all be slightly different,
Oh, okay.
but we can give people a rough measurement. But again, once construction starts, that's when we'll be able to give them an exact measurement. But with it being probably end of 2020, the completion, I'm sure no one needs to know that right now. They shouldn't be buying a fridge too soon.
Yeah, because some people have their fridge already and they're worried that it's not going to fit.
Yeah.
So it comes with the cooktop
Yeah,
and
so you have your cooktop, it's all SMEG, so an oven, microwave, and the SMEG. It's fully integrated, so you can't see this at all when it's closed, the dishwasher.
Are they all the same brand, SMEG?
Yeah.
Oh, that's black.
Yeah, so this is a Tectonite sink, and it's got your washer there.
That's nice.
So it doesn't scratch, it's heat resistant, stain resistant.
That's
So
a bonus.
Yeah.
We don't normally get microwaves.
Microwaves, yeah. I've just bought off the plan and it's ready soon and I don't have a microwave either.
Yeah, well normally you don't get them.
No.
99%.
Yeah.
Does it come with a dryer as well?
Yes, it does.
That's standard.
Yeah. And it's all ducted air conditioning.
Yeah, I just moved into my new house and they don't even have a dryer.
Oh.
This is the house.
Oh, yeah. So you can hang your washing wherever you like.
Yeah. Done that.
Yeah. And then coming round here, we do have a bathroom as well. So again, this is in the ivory finish.
Is the cooktop ceramic or induction?
It's ceramic. Yeah. Always, we'll have a look. Developments there. They've even got one in Brisbane as well.
Yep.
But you know, when you're dealing with off the plan, it's very important to have a look into your developer.
Definitely.
Because you want to make sure it's a really trusted developer. Like our developer's been around for 40 years, so you know he cares a lot about his reputation. So he always builds really good quality because he wants people to come back to him again. He's not just going to build one and then disappear. He keeps building. So
I like that.
yeah, that's good to see.
40 years. This is all the projects that they've done in the 40 years.
Oh, so this is what Morris has done.
Yeah, the Morris Property Group.
That's impressive.
Yeah, they've done a lot. and some commercial and some residential. So he's very financially secure, so there's no worries about the sort of financial side of it. And also, like I said, the build quality is very important for him because he's got a reputation that he needs to sustain. You don't build rubbish and stay around for 40 years. So it's good. So there are a lot on the coast already that he has built. For example, there's Eclipse around the corner. So this building here, if you go to the end of the street, so you can see it on the way round to Coco. This one here, if you go to the end of the street here and drive along the beachfront, it dips back in the street. It dips a little bit, and on the dip there, you'll see this building here. So this is one of the Morris property groups that he's built. So these ones are very high end to some others that he's built, like Synergy and Cube that he's built as well. But these ones are high end that he's comparing this building with. So Opus is more of a high end building, like these ones here. These ones are all around 2 million and above because they're all absolute beachfront. So this is almost exactly the same, but lower pricing because it's not absolute beachfront. But you still get amazing beach views. But to go absolute beachfront, it's the same sort of thing, but it's all over 2 million.
Any questions? Oh, we lost some number.
You have the floor plan for the penthouse.
Yep, absolutely. So do you want me to give you some paper floor plans
Yes,
to take
please.
as well?
Not so many, just